this is legally 24 hours later, Tori. I have to redo the introduction because it's wrong now. It's day 10, last day, last video, where I cook and I succeed and fail. I did both. I think I said I was gonna make, or that I was gonna film me making both snickerdoodles and that dinner thing. I didn't film the snickerdoodles. I ran out of storage and it was like 1 a.m. And they turned out real bad, in case you care. I messed them up, but I did make one thing right, which was the dinner, and I thought I'd mess it up. You'll see it. So there's that, and yeah. Have fun. How to shop when money is scarce. This is an important video to make, in my opinion, because when you are in these programs, you are learning to be on your own for the first time. You are learning new skills, and one of them is how to budget and shop for your own groceries, which no one really teaches you about. At least in my experience, nobody ever taught me. I had to learn on my own. Was a rough learning curve. Still on it, but I'm making it. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how to effectively spend your money, how to find good and cheap food, how to find good recipes that are quick and easy, and lastly, I'm going to be prepping and cooking in front of you on camera. So this video is going to be a little weird, a little different, but hopefully still fun and exciting all the same, and honestly probably way more entertaining than any of the other videos that I have or will make. So let's get into how to budget your money, because as you may know, our current economy is not very good, at least in the United States, because everything we have has gone way, way up, thanks inflation, and the jobs that we have still don't pay that much. They never have, and they haven't been following inflation at all. They really don't follow that closely, so we're not making enough money, and everything is getting more and more expensive. That's why a lot of people who want to own homes really can't do that anymore, because it's too expensive to own a home. Either way, that also means groceries are outrageously expensive, which means it gets really, really hard to budget for good and healthy foods, because unfortunately, good and healthy foods cost way, way more than the junk food that's all processed. But only eating junk processed food is not anywhere close to good for you. It's gonna make you feel like garbage because you're not giving your body what it needs. So, how do you know how to give your body what it needs? How do you manage getting your body what it needs without any junk food? You don't have to cut out junk food, but keeping things healthy or keeping things good, like looking into the My Plate thing. I'm gonna pull up a picture, I promise. Looking into the My Plate thing, you see all your food groups, and you can see what are in those food groups, which is your dairy and your fruits and veggies and your proteins and your grains and your I think vitamins is one of them, but I don't know if it's on My Plate. I think My Plate is just those 3 things and dairy. Could be wrong. I'll know it when I put it up here. But if you haven't learned in your health class what all of the food groups are, look them up, find out what's in them, make sure that you're covering them. When you go out shopping, you have to have a good understanding of who you're buying for, which in a lot of cases is you, one single person, one person. A lot of people are like, well, it's cheaper to buy in bulk. Yeah, until you buy in bulk and all the food goes bad because you're one person and you bought, a family of 4's worth of food for one person for a month, and that food ain't staying very good for forever. So, understanding how to find the lower prices without buying too much, without buying things that you know you're never going to eat or use, is really, really, really important. That means you have to watch price tags, and that means you have to understand how much you yourself can eat in a given amount of time. And there will definitely be a little bit of fiddling around with this, because for me, I was always used to everything that we bought was in bulk because I was in a family of 6. And I don't really actually eat that much, just me as a person. Nowhere near close to as much as a family of 6 eats. I don't need that much food in my body. I can't possibly eat that much food. And the amount of things, the amount of trial and error I've had to go through with that, with just figuring out how much I should be buying and how much I can eat after I've bought it, and et cetera, and et cetera. It's a lot. It's too much, in my personal opinion. You just have to take a deep breath, do a little fiddling with it. And worst case scenario, you buy less than you need and you have to go out to the grocery store more than once every so often. It's not that bad if you go back. I went to the store that's closest to me like 3 times in the last like 4 days. So they don't really care. Maybe you think you're gonna get just buy what you think you'll eat, and if it's not enough, go get more. Easy enough. Better to buy less than to buy too much, because then you're wasting your money on things that aren't going to get eaten. Another thing that you need to do is make a list, and you need to stick to that list. If you go into a store without a list, you know what's going to happen. You're going to walk in there, you're going to see something that you like, and you're going to go, ooh, that might be nice. And then you're going to see something else that you like, and you're going to go, ooh, that also would be nice. You're going to put a bunch of stuff in your cart, and you're going to either spend too much, buy too much, or find pretty soon that you really actually don't want any of these things, because at that moment in time, you were hungry and you craved like one of them, and now that you have all of these things here, it's overwhelming and you don't even want to eat it. Because I have been in all 3 scenarios of spending way too much money and buying too many things and buying only impulse buys. It doesn't work out well. You want to buy good food that you can use for a meal, and to do that, you have to have ingredients and a list of things physically with you to do that properly. You have to. It's just a necessity. And occasionally veering off the list, fine. But when you don't pay attention to the list at all, or don't even make a list, you're not going to buy the things that you need, and you're going to go home and you're going to be like, I wish I'd bought that when I had it. But now I've got all this other food and I have to eat all of this other food first, or else it's going to go bad. It's a vicious cycle. That being said, those are my tips. Make a list, stick to the list, and understand your limits, and know how to tell when something's cheap. Then the question poses, well, how do I know what ingredients to have if I've never made this thing before? Find the recipe, write down. Most recipes, first thing they have, ingredients list. And you might be thinking, well, where can I find good recipes for healthy foods? And as somebody who went to SnapEd, I actually have an answer to this question. I'm going to put up websites here where I have gotten my recipes from for SnapEd, which are all healthy things that are good. You can go on these websites and you can find really, really good, really, really easy recipes, and all recipes, first thing they have is an ingredients list, a things that you'll need list. And obviously only get things that you can actually cook. Don't get something for a stovetop if you don't have a stovetop. You know what I mean? If you can't make a smoothie because you don't have a blender, maybe don't go buy things for the smoothie. You know what I mean? But so good recipes, one of which I'm making tonight. I know I said I'd be cooking, which is snickerdoodles, and another thing, and I can't remember what it was called, but it's pasta and cheese and broccoli and chicken. It's great and I love it. There's more stuff that goes into it. You'll see. I'll tell you. I'll talk you through it. I promise. But it's really good. It's a great meal. I loved it, and it covers, I think, all of your food groups. So that's amazing. And this place is good for finding really good and really tasty things, presuming that you know what you like. So yeah, go to these websites. I think My Plate's one of them. And I want to say that Snap has a foods website, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, this will get bleeped out, I guess. Not bleeped out. You know, the thing that I do, where I make it all dim and I'm like, this is a lie. I'm wrong. I'll do that thing. But so yeah. So that's where you can find these recipes and how you can find these recipes, which will help you learn how to shop and help you make lists that you will follow when you go out to shop, and that you will buy things in moderation. And it'll be great, and you'll have fun and you'll learn. After this is going to come cooking. And when talking about cooking, we should talk about the things that you need to do safely. This is going to be a voice overlay, Editor Tori.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm doing it.
First thing you want to do, wash your hands. That's step number 1. You always wash your hands.
Yep. Step number 1, wash your hands. Always wash good. with soap and water and you get in between your fingers, etc. I'm just ad-libbing. This is gonna suck, but that's okay. First thing you want to do is take a pound of chicken and cut it up into little bite-sized pieces. Then you want to put a pan with some oil in it on medium heat and put your chicken in it. You'll want to cook these suckers until they're a nice light brown, just like that. You want to make sure there's no more raw pink on the outside. Then you want about 1 1/4 cup of chicken broth, and you just want to stick it in with your chicken, just like that. And then you also want to empty out a can of condensed cream of chicken soup right into there, just the whole thing. Once you get that sucker in there, you want to start seasoning with a tablespoon of black pepper. I just dumped it in there. And half a tablespoon of garlic powder. And as you'll see in a second, I used garlic salt. I couldn't find garlic powder. It turned out okay, though. Once you get everything in there, you just want to start mixing. It's not going to look the most savory, but you want to mix until it's smooth. Just like that. I'll show you. All the chunks should be gone. All one substance. After that, you'll want to add about 2 cups of uncooked small shell pasta. I had bigger shells and I added more, which was okay because I fixed the ratio in a little bit and everything turned out okay. But after that, you'll want to add in about 2.5 cups of broccoli. I used frozen, as you'll see in a second. And I also switched pots so that I could fix the ratio and everything would fit in my pot, so that I could cook it. Then you want to let it boil, start boiling, bubbling. Then you want to leave it to simmer for about 15-20 minutes so that the pasta can cook and your veggies can cook and everything. Then about 2 minutes before your cook time's up, you want to get some shredded cheddar cheese, or I guess you can use whatever cheese you want, and sprinkle that bad boy in there. Give it a second. Phenomenal. I used a lot of cheese. And then you'll mix that bad boy in. Mix it up nice and good so the cheese gets all melty and all over in there. And in a second, you'll see once it's done. Boom. That's the consistency you want. You want it to be thick and not soupy or liquidy. And that is that recipe that I used. So, yay! I made it out. We're still making snickerdoodles. And I made it out with only one minor burn so far. It is almost midnight. So, clearly these are gonna be late.